Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello and welcome back to Business Today. Today we're going to get an insight on a business and their amazing journey to success. We also will be talking to our legal expert who will be discussing some legal aspects in relation to business partnerships and different types of business setups which you may come across. But just before we come to our guest, I'd like to introduce you to our success story, Mr. Jorid Mia, who's the director of G10 Print and Design. We have Abu Mia, director of G10 Print and Design. Mohammed Rafiqul Haq, G10 Print and Design. And we also have our advisor, Mr. Shamuddin, from Hampstead Law Practice, solicitor and a barrister.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, but just before we come to our guest again and ask questions, I'd like to show you a brief insight on who the story is about and what it's about. Please watch.
G10 Design and Print is a leading printing company in the UK. It started in year 2000 with an initial investment of only £200. A small foiling machine worth £450 was their first technical investment. Over the past 15 years, G10 has now grown from strength to strength, currently employing over 50 members of staff. From a 35,000 turnover in the first year to over 3 million now. With the recent investment, they have the capacity to double their turnover. G10's design studio boasts some of the best creative minds in their industry and can produce a variety of bespoke design solutions. With the very latest print technology utilizing the cutting-edge lithographic presses and digital machines, G10 can cater for the wider range of clients' demands and requirements. G10 started with serving the catering industry, but now their clients group has expanded in many fields, every day producing high-quality prints, publications and promotional materials. Business Today is proud to present G10 Design and Print as a success story. G10 is a perfect inspiration and an example of how a small idea or a hobby can turn into a big successful business with the right beliefs, attitude and a clear vision. G10, a world of ideas. Your ideal printing partner, driven by pride and passion.
Wow, that was inspirational.
Thank you.
I want to ask you, I've got £200. If I give you that, would you be able to make that to 2 million for me?
Well, if you have an idea and ambition, you can do anything.
Okay.
That's how we started.
Okay.
We invested £200 each partners.
Was it each partner £200?
Each partner,
okay, I thought it was £200.
No, it started purely as a hobby and it became a full-time job.
Okay, okay. I'm going to speak to you and please join in. And what I want to ask you is, how did it all start? Where did it originally started, the story? The whole beginning of it?
Christmas Day, 1999, right? We all friends was playing snooker in my snooker room.
Okay.
And we're just talking in general, look, we're going in a different directions, right? Can we just make a group together? So on that particular night, you know, we just said, yeah, why not? Just let's make a group. Okay. And we called it G10. That's how the name came up.
All right. So why G10? That's a beautiful name. It's a very unique name.
It started with 10 people. Most of them were schoolmates.
Right, there was 10 people involved.
Yeah, most of them were schoolmates, yeah.
Okay.
And from there we just gave the name G10.
Okay.
That's it wasn't a business plan or anything. It's just a group getting together.
I mean,
Me and Jared, we've been together from the age of 9.
Okay.
And I think Rafiqul joined us
1983.
About 13, when I was 8,
when he was
1983.
13. Ever since we've been together, and also the other 10 people who...
I guess you were quite young then, weren't you?
Obviously, we were young.
10 years old.
I'm still sure you're still young. Okay, now this is interesting. We've got the three musketeers here. They're the backbone of G10 right now, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you had that conversation that you're going to go into this business, you know, is it something like it was a dedicated business you want to start, or is it something?
No, initially, obviously,
for fun or something?
it was as a hobby getting together, as keeping the group of friends together. But when the business came, it was just an opportunity. We thought of many different ideas, and printing was one of the main ideas.
No, the shop front actually came. He's right. Shop front came around March, year 2000, right? And it actually came to Rafiqul, and he approached me because we was working together. And he said, what can we do? And I said, well, we don't want to do anything because we just made the group. Let's put the proposal to the group. What can we do?
Right. I think we had two ideas.
Yeah.
It was either electronical or printing.
And that's
right.
So Jared and Raf, they have an electronic background. So
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, so you've got an electronic background.
Yeah. So when we approached the group, they said, yeah, let's do it. So like Abu said, what can we do? So we said, look, let's do electrical and printing together. And the reason we chose printing, it is something that we could have done out of working hours. We didn't have to have an office open or anything, because all of us was working. I was working during the daytime, Abu was working during the daytime, so was Raf and the others were working in the restaurant.
Okay.
So what we was doing was, look, nobody's going to get paid, we're just going to work for nothing and see if something comes out of it. So on your spare time, you just come into the office and do your bit, and that's how it all started.
Basically, the people who were doing the day shifts, they were putting the hours in the evening. The people who were working in the evenings was putting the hours in the daytime.
Wow, you had to put a lot of hours in, a lot of effort in. So it was necessary to have the team effort there.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can see that.
When we went to do the purchasing of the machines and everything, right, electric went out of the window because we didn't have enough budget. Because it was a hobby. None of us come from
£200, you can spend that on a shop.
None of us came from a printing background. If you asked me 15 years ago how you make a business card, I wouldn't have had a clue. I didn't know what a commodity was, Heidelberg was, right? So it was purely as an absolute hobby and something totally new.
And then you moved that on to, and then you got the training necessary.
Well, it came with practical experience more than it came with because we wanted to do something.
Okay. So there's 3 of you here today, so it's only 3 of you now left in the company?
There's only 3 of us, yeah. We parted amicably, with our co-founders around 2002, 2003.
Behind parting?
The company was going into a business way, and some of us can see its progress. And one of the main reasons, is because we couldn't dedicate the time. All of us couldn't dedicate the time that we was expecting to dedicate, and I think that was one of the main reasons that we parted. It wasn't nothing else. I can assure you, right?
Because everybody had a full-time job.
That's right. Yeah?
So that was something as a hobby, and that's why.
Well, you can imagine in the beginning, obviously, we were all giving the extra time afterwards, and when we've been doing it for 2 years, it was also starting to affect everybody. So that's when we sat down and said, let's take it further. And we all amicably decided.
So how come,
we never got paid for it, don't forget. I was just doing it, however many hours we can put in, right, without getting paid, So it's hard when you go for a few years without not getting a single penny out of it, right? Hence, £35,000 for the first year. It was costing us money. Okay. Well, we did it because we've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed the challenge.
It's obviously true that there's 10 people and there's not enough profit, or well, you said you're losing money.
We're losing money.
So not everyone's going to stay around, are they?
No.
Yeah. What made you guys stay around? What made you 3 decide that I want to stay, I want to carry on?
We had a belief in ourselves. We could see the vision in printing. Mostly belief, self-belief, and hardworking.
You believe that you can see yourself.
We can take that to the next level.
Yeah. How about yourself, Rafa?
Yeah, there was a vision that, you know, we can take it forward, we can make it into a successful business. Obviously, not everybody got to see that, and that's what we did. We just stuck together.
I remember, I don't know that Abu and Raf can, I'm sure they can, is the year we broke up and, you know, the three of us took over, right, our turnover was £62,000. That was in around 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
Within that 1 year, we took that to 127,000.
Wow.
You know, so straight away we felt that we've doubled our turnover, and that's when we invested our first forklift in 2004.
And the building.
But we was talking about it for a good 1 year, what direction we're going to go, and you know, that's what we did.
I mean, 10 people, you called it G10. What made you not change the name to G3? Rebrand it, restart it?
It's a platform. It's how we started.
Okay.
You know, that was the foundation level. We didn't want to break that 2-3 years down.
Is there any reason behind that?
Yes. Still wanted to remember as the group of 10 people. They're still our friend.
Okay, so basically, obviously,
It's a brand, but
you wanted to remember the 10 people that we started with. Those 10 people, this idea wouldn't have come in place.
Absolutely.
So they're still there in your mind, you know, and they're part of the success still.
Of course.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Absolutely, yeah.
No, that's interesting. From £200 investment over £3 million, in excess of £3 million turnover. Wow, that is a massive difference, you know. What do you see?
As I said to you, right, you know, you can achieve, if you've got the willpower and the ambition to succeed in life, you can do it. It's all about yourself. There's millions of people out there who's been successful from nothing, right? You know, so why can't we do it? Why can't anybody, you know, who hasn't got anything, right, if they've got a belief in themselves, why can't they do it? It's about the self-belief and the, you know, you have to be confident, you know, for what you do. That is very important. You have to be honest with yourself, right? And that's the belief that we had between three of us. We stuck together, thick and thin, bad times, good times. We was always there for each other.
That's quite motivational. That's quite inspirational.
You know, and that's what we're doing all the time.
I've heard in the clip you said from in excess of 3 million you're turning over, and you have the capacity
To double
the turnover.
double that. Was that intentional, or is that just come by because you purchased or whatnot? Or was it intentional plan?
It was, of course, it was intentional. Obviously, we've done a lot of calculations beforehand that we need, you know, we are growing and we need to grow. So, as in any business, you know, you make calculations and you go for the next move, and that's what we did. We went for the next move where we can grow further.
Here you go, viewers. We've got some advice here. Always plan ahead. At least know your destination.
And the hard work. There's a lot of hard work. I mean, in the beginning, in the first couple of years after when we break the group, we were working 16 hours, 14 hours. That was like every day throughout the year.
Our longest hours we was working was together 28 hours. We did around
28 hours?
We've done it 3-4 times between three of us, right? Came around 8-9 o'clock in the morning, and we didn't go out of the office till 11, 12, 1 o'clock the following day, just to meet customer requirement. That is the belief that we had. If we work hard, we'll get to where we want to, you know, and we still feel that we've got a long way to go.
Okay, we're going to take a break now. What we'll do, we'll take a break, we'll come back. Viewers, we're going to continue with this. See you soon.